Hi everyone! Alright, so right now I'm going to do the new mommy tag, and I have Ewan here with me, and we'll see how long he'll actually stand being here and not running around. You gonna be a good boy and let mommy do this video? Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so I'm going to just jump right into the questions. Okay, so the first question is, what do you wish someone told you about pregnancy? And for me, I guess it was just how intense the nesting urge can be. Because for me, it was quite intense, and I really didn't expect it. I mean, I heard about nesting, obviously, and so I was expecting it, but I didn't think it would be like as intense as it was. Like, I needed everything to be just so. And if it wasn't done right away, I would get like super anxious and annoyed and just bothered. And so yeah, probably how strong the nesting urge is. What do you wish someone told you about labor and delivery? I wish someone told me like how nonchalant doctors can be whilst checking your lady bits. Literally, they just kind of go in and feel around and then okay, and like it's nothing. And yeah, and probably, I guess, how much you can bleed like right immediately after. I guess I really wasn't expecting that at all, but yeah, probably that. Okay, so the next question is, what did you feel when you delivered? I felt a lot of it. I had an epidural, but it wore off. So I felt all of the contractions and I felt all of the pressure, but I didn't feel the ring of fire because they gave me a local anesthetic, which I'm very glad that they did. Although it really hurt when I got it, I was very relieved that I did have it because I felt enough without having to feel the ring of fire too, because contractions suck. Emotionally, I felt like the weight of our trying to conceive journey kind of lift off of me as he came out. Like, I felt the physical like whoosh of him actually like coming out, and I couldn't believe that he was here, and all of that heartache like was gone, and I couldn't believe that he like just came out of me, and I just couldn't believe that he was mine. And yeah, it was, I guess, the overwhelming emotion that I felt was relief, both because I was relieved that delivery was over, but also relieved that we finally had our miracle child. Okay, so the next question is, how long after delivery did it take for you to feel normal physically again? It took me a long time to feel normal physically again. Probably, well, he's 8 months now. He's almost 8.5 months now. Probably like at least 4 or 5 months before I started feeling normal again. I had lost a lot of weight, so my weight, you know, I'm okay with my weight, but it just, I don't know, the aches and pains that were around during pregnancy, it took them a long time to go, and it just felt like, yeah, that I had just been pregnant for a while. So I want to say like 5 months or so. Alright, so the next question is, what is the best thing about being a new mom? And I suppose the best thing is just sort of like figuring things out, although that can also be the most stressful thing and the most nerve-wracking thing. But I would say it's also the best thing because you're kind of learning right along with your baby, like how to do things, and how to get him to stop hitting me in the face because he's so excited. Look at the camera. Look. Say hello. Those smiles are the best too. And at night when it's just me and him and Daddy's already gone to sleep, or if I have to wake up in the middle of the night with him because, you know, Jason goes to work in the morning, and it's just me and him, and he's, you know, tired, and he's nursing, and he's like kind of rubbing my face as he nurses. All of that stuff is wonderful. Although it's tiring, it's very tiring, it's also probably the most rewarding. Okay, so the next question is, what is the most unexpected thing about being a new mom? And the most unexpected for me is probably all of the anxieties that came along with it. Being anxious about people watching him, I really didn't think that would bother me. I thought I'd be like handing him over to anybody who was willing so that I could have a break. But that's really just not how it's been for me. I'm getting a lot better, but for the longest time I was very anxious about who watched him, and yeah, so probably the anxieties with just like his health and you know, who's caring for him. That's probably the most unexpected thing, yeah. Okay, and the next question is, do you miss being pregnant? Yes and no. Sometimes, like if I watch some of my videos that I have of Ewan kicking when he was in my belly, and seeing that and remembering the feeling of what it felt like when he kicked me, and I loved the way I looked when I was pregnant. Yeah! Yeah, sometimes I do miss it. Big smiles on him. But also I don't miss, you know, the heartburn and the swollen feet, and I don't miss any of that. But yeah, sometimes I miss like the feeling of him being inside, you know, nice and safe. I miss that feeling. Okay, so the next question is, how many kids do you want? How do you want them spaced out, and why? Ideally, Jason and I kind of go back and forth on this. I would like to have as many children as we can financially handle. I want at least 2 because I'm an only child, and at least 2 because I'm an only child, and I think I am greatly missing out on having siblings now that I'm older. So I definitely want him to have at least 1 sibling. I'd love him to have more. I think I'd probably ideally like to have 4 or 5 children if we could financially handle it. Jason, I think, will compromise at 3. Although on rough days with Ewan, you know, I think he would probably stop at 1. But it's really important to me to have at least 1 more. So I think we'll absolutely have at least 1 more, but we'll kind of go with the flow after that. And as far as spacing them out, I don't want them to be too close together, just because I want Ewan to have as much attention, you know, as possible from us with just him. But by the same degree, I don't want them too far apart because there's a 5-year age gap between Jason and his sister, and I think that that's just a little bit too far. Although they're close now, it's still a little bit too far apart when you're young. So I'm thinking probably like a 3-year age gap is probably ideal, 2 to 3-year age gap, but yeah, around there. Okay, and the last question is it hard seeing how fast they grow, and how do you handle it? It is hard seeing how fast he grows, but I handle it really well, although like I kind of will sometimes miss his like newborn stage when he's just all kind of like cuddly and can't move around on the change table when you're changing his butt and stuff like that. For the most part, I'm excited that he's getting bigger because it's like you can do more fun things with them the older they get. So I'm okay with him getting bigger. I also know, well, he just slobbered all over me. I also really think that we're going to have more children, so I think probably our last child, I will be upset seeing them grow because I know I won't be having any more children, but for right now, I'm okay with seeing him grow up and get bigger because it just means that we can do more fun things with him as he's getting older. Right, so that is the mommy tag. I'm really happy that I did this. This tag kind of went around before, I think even before I was pregnant, and I remember thinking like I can't wait till I can do that tag, and now I finally did it. So I mean, it took me 8.5 months to do it, but nonetheless it is done. I encourage any of you who have not done this tag to absolutely do this tag. Yeah, and other than that, that is it, and I will see you tomorrow. Alright, bye.